Good morning and buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
I think I need my glasses. Welcome to First Unitarian Universalist Church of San Antonio. Our weekly service is where we connect. We share information and inspiration. My name is Carolyn Skrabacz. I've been a member here since 2020. I serve on the Capital Campaign Committee with my esteemed colleague, Polly Noel, who I should be applauding, on the Aesthetics Committee with Shannon Hawkins, and because I'm married to Mark, the minister, I do other duties as assigned. Let us recognize the early name of this place, Yanawana, the traditional lands of the Coahuiltecan people. They and all of the plants and animals were the original stewards of this land. Let us remember their care and live with the understanding that we, like they, belong to this place. At our church, we strive to enact a universal love that binds us in mutual care and affection, especially in our work for justice for all and for our planet. Our faith is all-inclusive, and all means all. If you are visiting us for the first time or are new to us, we invite you to fill out a visitor card so that we may follow up with you and get to know you better. Wherever you are on your life's journey, we hope you will find your place with us.
I don't think Carolyn has been in the pulpit for over a year. Let's welcome her back. Today, let's continue the celebration of Thanksgiving. Yeah, still. We'll address the topics of gratefulness and happiness. What can we learn together of these special gifts of life? And more importantly, what can we discover together about creating attitudes of gratitude by simple practices of self-observation and the appreciation of life's many opportunities? And I'm going to give you a big opportunity right now, which we do every Sunday. On this extended Thanksgiving weekend, we're grateful for each other and the freedom to gather together. Please reach out and connect to a neighbor you know or don't know and say hello. Let's do that together. Let's sing, and let's rise in body or spirit. Turn to number 349. This is a classic. You'll remember it no matter what tradition you come from. And it just kind of has that holiday spirit in it. We gather together. Seated.
The flaming chalice unites our members in worship, which means to consider matters of worth, and it symbolizes the spirit of our faith. May we have the courage today to live the lives we love, to postpone our dreams no longer, and to do at last what we are here for, to act in heartfelt response to life's calling like no one before us has ever done.
We are called as Unitarian Universalists to build the beloved community, where all are welcome as blessings. Let's recite our covenant that articulates our promises and binds us together. Let's read. Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest of truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, to serve humanity in fellowship, to the end that all souls shall grow into harmony with the divine. Thus do we covenant with each other. En español, el amor es la doctrina de esta iglesia. Su sacramento es la búsqueda de la verdad. Y su oración es el servicio. Convivir en paz. Buscar sabiduría en libertad, dar a la humanidad nuestro servicio fraternal, para que todas las almas crezcan en armonía con la divinidad. Así pactamos el uno con el otro. Muchas gracias.
Grateful for each other.
Dear choir, Jaime, thank you so much. What a prayerful reminder of the depth of the holiday of Thanksgiving. Thank you for singing it like it is. It's time to share our joys and sorrows. I invite us now to enter into our hearts and minds in a very intentional way, remembering that ours is a safe place to learn, to live, to grow. A caring place where all are held in love. A prophetic place where we listen to those in need and find ways to respond in justice and in truth. I invite us all now, should you wish to come up and light a candle, to come down the side aisles, light your candle, and return up the center aisle. It's also quite acceptable to hold your intention in the silence of your heart. And so, let us join together in our joys and sorrows. Thank you, Jaime, and Felice and Catherine for helping with the candle lighting. Our brown book, which resides in the foyer, is where you can enter your joys and sorrows to be read from the pulpit. Today, I'm sad to read this first entry from the Beck family. Sorry to have lost our Great Dane, Sophie. She was a sweet old dog. On Thursday, our Connie Reyes fell and is recovering. She reports that she's in good care and appreciates healing thoughts and prayers. Let's keep Connie Reyes in the forefront of our hearts. And then a lovely anonymous entry here. Joy that my body is feeling better and stronger. That could be any number of us in here. Thank you for stating that maybe unspoken intention that we all have. And here's one that's more specific. Joy that I found a sweet, alive little kitten. Does anybody want her? Send out your vibe and we'll see if we can make a match here. And joyful for our very successful Thanksgiving church dinner. Thanks to the many of you who attended and brought wonderful food and volunteered to set up and break it down afterwards. We do that every year. We weren't sure it would happen this year, but it did. And again, joy and thanks for all who participated. I invite us all now to take a deep cleansing breath. Relax a little further into your seat and into your body as I lift up these words for reflection and prayer. For all our joys, sorrows, and concerns, may we feel empathy and compassion. And whether your joy or sorrow has been expressed by lighting a candle or felt in the silence of your heart, may the caring support of our community offer a space of deep kindness, loving, and just action. May it be so. Amen. Does anybody want to come up and listen to a story? Come on, Carolyn's going to read it today, and I'm going to show you the pictures. Yeah.
So today's story is called The Circles All Around Us. We begin by drawing a circle on the ground along each shoe. Can you imagine doing that? Can you draw a circle around each shoe? A safe little place for just one person. Nobody in this circle but you. You could keep that circle closed to everyone but yourself, but that would be like a library with just one book on the shelf. That would be a pretty small library. So let's draw a bigger circle for you and your family to share. Now you see what can happen in a circle full of care. It becomes a happier circle as more loved ones come to stay. And wouldn't it be even better if all your friends could come and play? So you stretch and draw your circle even bigger than it's been. And let a few more people know that they're welcome to come in. In the circles all around us, everywhere that we all go, there's a difference we can make and a love we all can show. Yet there are still so many outside the circle who are different in all they do. Look at all those different ways to say hello. Though it feels slightly uncomfortable, we draw a bigger circle for them too. It doesn't mean the circle is easy. It can get harder the more we share. But wonderful things can happen. Wonderful things can happen when love is known and felt everywhere. As time passes, our eyes open. We see others we really care for. And that's when we ask ourselves, well, what's this circle really there for? So let us create bigger circles all around us for the rest of our days. Let our caring ripple out in a million little ways. In the circles all around us, everywhere we all go, there's a difference we can make and a love we all can show. As our circles grow and grow, and we watch them wonder-eyed, remember the first circle started with just the love you hold inside. The end.
It's time now for our invitation to generosity. Our church has many opportunities to serve as a beacon of hope and love and justice, and each week an offering is taken. So let's take some time now to think about our mission and our many ministries. And for those of you viewing online, we invite you to make a contribution on our website. Those of you here in our sanctuary, you can use your smartphone and this QR code here, if you can figure it out, how to get a donation made on our website. And you can also contribute the old-fashioned way as the ushers come forward now with the baskets and pass them down the aisle. What a treat we have today as Susan conducts this flute ensemble in the church. What a gift. And what gifts we've received. We bless them and we bless the givers. May it be so. Thank you.
Today's reading comes from a new book written by Karen Waldron, a longtime member of this church. The book is called A Woman's Journey, Not Yet Done, a collection of poetry and stories. I'm reading from her poem, Eve Was Right. This poem begins with a couplet that you'll all remember. John Greenleaf Whittier wrote, "Of all sad words of tongue or pen, the saddest of these, it might have been." And now Karen's words. Future beckons, prances around our time-baked bodies, an unlikely puppy with a savory bone. Do we gnaw at or know, chew on or choose what lies ahead in these indefinite hours? Indefinite, not finite. As endless choices ripen, temptations to be plucked from life's tree. No sense denying ourself as we age. Forget should, drink life's wine. Let memories fade into shadows, their dust scattered by clarity's gale wind. Regret only, a chin parched by undripped sugary juices. Eve was right, just take a bite.
Thank you, Carolyn, and thank you, Karen, out there in virtual land somewhere as we share from your book. We hope to have some of Karen's books available in the bookstore or maybe at a table on our patio or courtyard, and Karen is making provisions generously to make sure that the benefits go to our capital campaign. So thank you, Karen. I was thinking long and hard over the past few weeks about what to say on the Sunday after Thanksgiving Day. Thinking there might not be that many in attendance, I could get away with something that just a few of us could enjoy. So I decided to write about gratefulness and happiness, two things that we aspire to and hopefully have in our quiver of arrows that we employ from time to time in our lives. I've been reading a good book based on the many and varied experiences of a very accomplished UU minister. She is Teresa Cooley, daughter of our own Martha Cooley. The subject is conflict, which every minister needs to know how to navigate, and really every person does, especially given the divisiveness and the ubiquitous nature of conflict in today's world. It's everywhere. How can it not be? Especially when we have such varied people who hold opposing positions and beliefs, such as, on the one hand, the value of journalism as reporting the facts, and on the other hand, conflict mediation. We're trying to head it off at the pass before it spreads. There's conflict resolution involving a reconciliation that's agreeable to both parties. It's like working out a prenup or something like that, you know. There's a conflict transformation, which utilizes the conflict to create an opportunity. Yes, an opportunity for everyone involved to grow, to learn, to change, and to continue in healthy relationship. Transformation has always been an ideal for me as a minister because it emphasizes positive changes like the reduction of violence and the increase in justice, social, economic, political, in those structures, as well as in day-to-day matters of worth involving personal relationships. Conflict transformation. You'll hear me talking more about that when conflict arises. But I don't want to get into this today. I'm here to talk about gratefulness and happiness. So let's look at a simple lesson today about gratefulness, since we have Thanksgiving at the top of our minds. And consider the pursuit of happiness, one of the tenets of our Declaration of Independence. Is there a connection between happiness and gratefulness? There are many who think that it's the happy people who are the grateful people. Yet how many people that we know who seem to have everything except happiness? They want more. They want something else. They're not happy because they're not satisfied. And yet we also know of people who have suffered great misfortune, often terrible troubles that we would never wish to have, and yet they seem deeply happy. How's this possible? Is it because they're grateful? Perhaps an attitude of gratitude is at the source of their happiness. It would seem key that if this attitude must be reinforced, it must be practiced continually. Hence, the attitude of gratitude, not just an occasional spike in your gratefulness. Grateful living, then, becomes the pursuit of life. This is a moment-by-moment opportunity to seize the moment. The old carpe diem, Latin for seize the day. I think that means enjoy life while you have it. That's a healthy attitude that appears to pervade the lives of many who struggle to rise above it. I was watching the early day the other day of the ceasefire in Gaza, and how many Palestinians were just thrilled to be able to go to whatever home they have left because there was a ceasefire and they could get out there and do something without fear of being shot at or bombed or anything. They were so happy to see whatever condition their homes may be in, because home is where your heart is. So grateful living is the aim. How can we do this? One way, I posit, is by becoming aware that every moment is a given moment. As we sometimes say, each moment is a gift. We haven't earned it, we haven't brought it about in any way, and we have no way of assuring that there will be another moment given to us, and yet it's the most valuable thing that can ever be given to us, that moment, with all the opportunity it contains. Do you ever have days like that? That you go from moment to moment, and every once in a while one of them arises in which you say, man, I feel great about this moment. I'm happy right now. This moment with the opportunity that it contains. If we didn't have this present moment, we might not have the opportunity to do anything or say anything or have any other experience other than the pure gift of this moment. It's a given moment, we say. And the gift within that given moment is the opportunity. So let me talk a little bit more about the opportunity. That's what I'm saying that we can be grateful for. The opportunity, not necessarily the every moment supplies another opportunity over and over again. And if you miss the opportunity of that moment, whoops, here comes another moment. And another moment. So I want you to become aware of how your life is made up of moment by moment by moment. And if we can avail ourselves of an opportunity that presents itself in that moment, that will be the key. They're relentless. They keep coming back. So good news is there'll be another opportunity, and grasping or yielding to or letting go into that opportunity is the key to happiness. And this mastery of happiness is in our own hands. Moment by moment, we can be grateful for the gift of the moment and its opportunity. When we look at opportunities we receive, when we slow down and savor each moment, as I have during this 4-day weekend, you know, the positioning of this holiday seems strategic to me. It can challenge us to begin the practice of developing an attitude of gratitude, especially as we're now about to enter into one of the busiest months of our lives. There are so many holidays, so many celebrations, so many office parties or house parties or all kinds of things to do during the month of December. We've got a whole month of gatherings and moments to be in community. So we need to be armed with this capacity to seize the moment, the opportunity that each moment arises, to slow down and recognize the possibility of a moment of gratefulness. And it'll take some effort on our parts. Now, I want you to think of the word recognize, to recognize, which means to consciously stop, look, and listen. To rethink, to recognize the experience in order to activate a new response. A moment of recognition, to recognize it. So I want to talk about learning to stop, to open our eyes, to open our ears, to open our noses, to open all our senses and observe the wonderful richness that is all about us in each moment. There's no end to it. And that's a whole lot about what life is, to enjoy what's given to us. And when we do that, we can open our heart to opportunities, to see them. And opportunities lead to more opportunities, greater opportunities to share with others, to help others, to see others become happy too. Because nothing makes me more happy than when we're all happy. And when we open our hearts to opportunities, the opportunities invite us to do something, and that completes the triad that I'm going to put into your mind today. Stop, look, and act. Stop, look, and act. And really do something. And what can you do? Do whatever life offers you in the present moment. Mostly think of it as an opportunity to enjoy. And sure, sometimes it involves dealing with something that's difficult, a problem that needs to be engaged or solved or transformed. Yet it's an opportunity to be creative, and the world needs creative people. I'm looking at creative people. The great Howard Thurman, look him up, Thurman, said, "Don't ask yourself what the world needs. Ask yourself what makes you come alive, and go do that. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive." Can I get an amen on that, huh? Yeah. That stop, look, and act is a potent seed that can revolutionize our world. We're always in the middle of a change of consciousness, and we will be surprised to hear this attitude of gratitude come up over and over and over in the lives of creative people who know how to act on it, to seize that moment. So as we continue to celebrate this weekend of Thanksgiving, let's become more aware of how important gratefulness is. Think of it as a living experiment for how we can change ourselves and change our world, because if we are grateful, we'll go beyond fear. And if we go beyond fear, we'll go beyond violence, and we'll act out of a sense of caring and gratefulness and even happiness. And we won't be afraid to do that. A grateful world is a world of happy people. Draw the circle wide. Bring others into your circle. Help them to be happy, joyful people by being one yourself. And we'll have a more joyful world. We all have the opportunity to observe the simple stop or slow down, look, listen, smell, taste, and act to transform the world and make it a happier place. If this message has contributed something to you today, then please seize the opportunity. You'll thank yourself, and I'll thank you too. Thank you. Carolyn, would you come up here and join me as we conclude our service? And I want to invite you to turn into your gray hymnals to what I just set up with this lengthy sermon. Stand, rise in body or spirit. Let's turn to 128 and sing "For All That Is Our Life."
Services we give, for work and its reward,
is a gift which we are called to use to build the common good and make our own days glad. Thank you, and please be seated.
So we will now extinguish our chalice with a second reading, an excerpt from a poem by Karen Waldron, My Own Landscape. So while I live alone now, my house isn't really empty. Each night I come home, no longer asking, who am I? Finally confronting who I can be.
May we go from here in love and peace and joy, gratefulness and happiness. May we all be blessed. Amen and amen. Jaime, please play us out.